The Last Judgment of Nefer gives us a great sense of the Egyptian afterlife, the judgment, and what they would have expected during the New Kingdom. Now, this is created on papyrus, so it's not a tomb painting as such, but it would have been something enclosed within a tomb. And what we get is a continuous narrative. In number 1, we see Anubis, the jackal-headed god, leaving Nefer into judgment. We see judgment in number 2, and we see the result in number 3, creating this continuous narrative found in the tomb of a royal scribe and steward, which is Nefer. And that means he's powerful, just like Nabal was, just like the scribe in the Old Kingdom was. So what we see is Anubis, the jackal-headed god, leading Nefer into the Hall of Judgment, where he must face questions about his life. A central aspect of that is his heart, being symbolized on the left, being weighed against a feather. And you notice the heart is just slightly lighter than the feather, which means he would have passed through this. And what we have is Anubis, again, pulling the lever on that balance that would release it so that the two sides would eventually equal out, or one would be found to be heavier than the other. If for some reason he was found unworthy, he would be consumed by our crocodile-headed friend, crocodile head, lion body, and hippopotamus legs. Not a great combination if you're coming across something. Up at the top, we see a pantheon of Egyptian gods representing those gods in the afterlife. Of course, where else are they going to live? And then we have Ibis, or the ibis-headed god Thoth, recording the proceedings, documenting what's going on. Horus, finally, having passed this judgment, brings Nefer before Osiris and Osiris's 4 sons and 2 sisters, Isis and Nephthys, to receive or be received into eternal life. And what should strike you about this is a visual account of a very complex and abstract process. The use of multiple narratives in one scene gives us a sense of a story that just keeps rolling through. And it gives us a sense of Egyptian expectations for that afterlife. It means that they had these ideas of what was coming after. The various writing that we see is going to be tied to either names, but also, again, the narrative of what's going on. This would be a scroll that would be intended to really guide Nefer through the process. Overall, it's a remarkable piece, and it's a piece that we wouldn't expect to find in many other cultures for a number of reasons. Many of them are not quite as visual when it comes to the afterlife, but also because it's on papyrus, which means in just about any other ecosystem, any other element of geography, it would have been lost. But here, because it is in the middle of a desert, we have it, we can recover it, and we get a great sense of what the Egyptians would have expected after death.